Zodiac 85X presents Team
Hello, everyone on YouTube, and I needed to make a video about this. So this is about the bees. Mainly about beekeepers who claim that they're saving the bees, but they're actually imprisoning them into a mechanism where they put multiple racks in there, and in each rack, they'll build their hive up on that rack, and that's saving them how? See, the bees were never in any real danger. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand is these beekeepers aren't saving them, they're endangering them. They take the honey from the bees, first of all, just so you guys understand, and they replace it with sugar water. So basically, you can only live so long on a sugar-like substance. And this goes with any creature. Basically, there's not enough nutritional value in that sugar to keep any animal alive. So a lot of people will take the hummingbird feeders. They'll just put colored water with sugar. It's a nice little treat, but if you don't have any flowers nearby and that's the only thing they're feeding on, they're actually dying a slow death. So basically, nectar is what they eat on. You know, it gives them nutritional value and more than what sugar has. You can't replicate that with just sugar. So you take these these nutritional packets that they have, and you mix that in. Now that's got their sources in that they need. You can buy them at the stores, but food coloring and sugar should only be a treat. If you don't have any flowers nearby and you live in a city, and that's what you're giving them, you are killing them. But I mean, bees, they don't live on sugar, they live on honey. Believe it or not, the bee's diet is honey. So, I mean, I love honey too. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite here. I'm just saying, you're not saving the bees. So they call these people up like exterminators or whatever. So what's really going on is they smoke out the bees with the smoke that basically you're gassing them. So they move slower because it's smoke and you're filling their lungs with smoke. It's not that, oh, I've tamed the bees, they like me now. And you see all these beekeepers, it's so funny. And it's just like, I think these bees really like me. Yeah, they're running around in your hand after being smoked. You can't move very fast when your lungs is filled with smoke. No, no good smoke. There is no smoke that is good smoke, guys. So you can't claim, oh, don't worry, it's a safe smoke. There is no safe carcinogenic. There's nothing safe about smoke. So basically, I mean, it fills inside the insect's lungs. Obviously, they're more, what do you call it? What is an insect has a very, what do you call it? A very complex, they have a very complex body compared to ours. As you guys already know that, just like flies, their eyes, they multiple little eyes. But yeah, so an insect's body is a lot more complex than ours. It has to be because they're insects, you know, and they have to survive on a different level than how we survive. So, but they're also fragile. So insects are a lot more fragile. Except if you drop them from something high enough, they're obviously not going to die because the weight of their body. So they'll survive a high drop. And it's because of how light they are in the currents and stuff. So that kind of eases their fall. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to smoke, they don't do so good around, you know, smoke. No insect does. So when they shoot the smoke and people claim, oh, it's easing them, it's relaxing them. No, you're literally, you're blowing up their lungs with smoke to the point to where they're now moving slow because when your lungs is filled with smoke, you can't move very fast. So since insects are more fragile, yeah, I mean, you'll see bugs drown in a bowl of what is it? In a bowl of water. Like you ever see, like if you ever put of water outside for the dogs, like a little dish. Now we used to years ago. We're talking years ago, not anymore. But I was a lot younger back then. We used to have a little dish for the dogs to eat outside, and so you would see like dead roaches and stuff floating in the water, and basically, yeah. So they would drown easily. They would just instantly drown. You'd always see like every day 3 or 4 big sized roaches dead in the water. You see what I'm saying? Like I know roaches could survive like radiation and stuff like that, but I'm just saying if you spray them with like cologne, they'll flip on their back and die that just like that. So yeah, I mean when it comes to lungs, for insects, yeah, they're more vulnerable. But yeah, when you pump smoke at the bees and you claim that you're saving them, look how friendly the bees are. They're not, it's not that they're being friendly with you. You just pump them with smoke. So yeah, you guys understand why people do that, right? I mean, for a lot of you that don't know, I'm going to tell you. When people pump bees full of smoke, it's because bees, when they bring out their stingers, they release a pheromone into the air. It picks up, other bees pick that up when they sense they're in danger, whatever. So they'll be ready to attack. So if they sense any sort of danger, it readies every bee. So they all get their stingers ready. So that's how it works. They release a pheromone. And the smoke, basically, it disrupts that pheromone. It's so now it masks the scent. So they can't smell the pheromone. They can't smell it. And now they just smell the smoke. And the smoke is basically messing them up. So yeah, I mean, take it as you want. When you hear something like this. So take this info however way you want. I'm just telling you how it is. They're not saving the bees. They're basically, those people are taking bees from their home into a new location. They're putting them into trays and they're forced to make honey for that person. And then they starve and die because you eat their honey. So during the winter where there are no flowers and you can't make honey, what do they eat? Sugar water? Yeah, that's the scary thing about bee farming. You should end that way before winter. You should end that before the flowers stop so the bees have honey for them. But companies don't want that. They definitely, they don't. They replace the honey with sugar water for them to eat. So they eventually die of starvation because there's not enough nutrients. And what happens is they claim that they're rescuing these bees. We're saving the bees. You are not saving the bees. They were never in any real danger. They had a nice, peaceful home in a location, but because someone didn't want the bees on their property, they call a company to remove them. Usually they'll ask someone to exterminate them, but when you call, you think they're going to exterminate, but what they're actually doing is they're taking the bees to a new location and forcing them to work for you, not for the queen. And they only take the queen because they follow the queen. Other than that, these people don't care for the queen. They don't really care for the bees much. Yeah, I mean, I love bees. I can honestly say I love bees. And I do eat honey. So, just so you guys know, I do eat honey. Probably not as much as some of these other people, but I do love honey enough that every once in a while I might put it on something, maybe toast or put it in some tea because honey with tea is really good. But I'm not claiming to be saving the bees. Honestly, I'm not. But I'm just saying it sucks that these people are saying that they're saving the bees. But yeah, you could always go out in the forest if you go early enough gather up some honey on places, and you can leave enough just for them. You don't have to destroy the whole thing. You can just sit there and take parts of the honey, get a big container, seal it, and you've got enough honey, and let them just build up the rest of the way in their natural habitat. You know, organic honey does taste the best, guys. And I'm telling you, if you go to a place where they naturally take the honey out, you're getting the best quality. You can taste the quality in honey. And that's why all these companies, they need enough produced. So they put them under extreme pressure, like putting them into slots, and they're forced to continuously build up. So they are working on the stress because they're always having to build. You're overworking these guys to the point to where you take the honey, and now because there's no spot there, they have to work harder than they normally do. See, the bees basically make enough honey for them to survive because they eat honey, guys. That's their diet. Bees eat honey. That's why they build it up. Because when winter comes around, it's to give them enough food because nothing grows during the winter. So, yeah, these people just give them sugar water, but they end up dying. It's just like migratory beekeeping. And it sucks. It really does. I understand how that works. So can these people really claim that they love bees? I think you love what the bees do. You don't really love the bees. Me, when it comes to wasp, I don't like wasp. I can do without them. They're aggressive and mean. So yeah, of course, if we see wasp living under our roof, we're going to do something. But yeah, I'm just explaining, guys. I'm just explaining is all I'm doing. So yeah, with wasp, they can sting multiple times. They're aggressive. So yeah, of course, we don't want them living under our roof, But with honeybees, they're more gentle and stuff and won't sting you unless they sense danger. So if you're walking by, you're most likely not going to get stung. Unless the hive falls right by you, then they see you as the enemy because, of course, their hive broke into a million pieces and now they see you. So yeah, with this video, I just wanted to explain some things on how I felt because the word saving the bees is not what they're explaining. That is definitely not saving the bees. They weren't in any real danger in the beginning, but now they are. So just so you know, and a lot of these people, when they look at them, they think, oh, you did a great job. I love the bees so much. And you guys aren't seeing what's actually happening after that. So the bees get taken into a location forcefully. And yeah, they are not inside of a cage. So some of you might say, they're not imprisoned. They can freely move around, but you don't get it. So they take the honey back to that location because that's where you took their hive. So once you scrape everything of what they have nothing, and they got to rebuild back up. See, bees actually only work so hard when they're building up the hive. They don't endlessly have to keep repairing. They build it up, and then they're good. And yeah, you could argue that bees are constantly making repairs to their hives, but they're not constantly building it up from scratch all the way back up again. So yeah, they're put under extreme stress because they normally don't have to work that hard. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, I really hope that you enjoy this video, everyone. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And if any of you are still confused and would like me to explain a little bit more, just let me know. And for anyone offended over this, I do apologize. I'm trying to be honest. And I'm just trying to show you guys what's actually happening. But yeah, I'm not a vegan. I eat meat and I do like honey. I'm just trying to explain the reality of things. And also, please subscribe to my secondary channel, my X-Zodiac85X mobile channel. I would really appreciate it, guys. So remember, Please subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you guys next time.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.